Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read Tears of Salt, a doctor's story. Pietro, Bartolo, and Lydia Tilata. And he is from Lampedusa, which is off of the coast of Tunisia. Actually, it's between, you can see it's between Sicily and Malta, and I would assume, I don't know if it belongs to Tunisia, but yeah, that's a very interesting spot for it to be. And Pietro, he grew up as a fisherman, but he became a doctor. And he was drawn by lot to become a doctor, and it wasn't known whether he would actually do this, but he did, and he's the doctor of this little island. And he takes care of the people, but a lot of refugees from Tunisia and other places, they'll come just so they can escape, Lord, just all these atrocities and banalities that, whoa, the things he's seen. And Syrians come to Lampedusa. Yeah, it's interesting that we don't hear about this sort of thing, but Bartolo, he was actually mentioned and featured in Fire at Sea, and I thought I'd heard of Fire at Sea. It was celebrated as a finalist for an Academy Award, and actually it says on the back leaflet in 2016. I'd heard of the movie. I've never seen it, but I thought, now I need to look into Fire at Sea, because Pietro's story is so compelling, just the things that he's seen, and then yet he talks about what another book speaks of, and how nurses are different for the most part, but a lot of doctors are kind of standoffish with their patients. They treat them like they're different species. That's what he says in the book. And I thought, yeah, well, Pietro, you're right. And they just need a more human, touch when dealing with their patients, and have patience with their patients. Bad pun. But it's a very heart-wrenching book, and there's a good reason why it's called Tears of Salt. And there are some uplifting things in the book in and of itself, but it just reminds you of the refugee situation in Syria, and it's so sad. It really, really is. But I thought the book was wonderful. I had to read it because I really didn't know anything about Lampedusa, and I was just so compelled. And I like stories that doctors write, and he is just such a big-hearted man, and he even states that he himself would love to give a prescription for people's pains and the emotional side of coming out of a just horrendous situation that I can't even. Being in such a rich country, I can't. I've seen what third world country is like, even in my own country, and other people from other countries, they can't imagine. But it's not the government's fault, it's the people's fault, because the government really isn't built. I hate to say this because it's gonna make me sound like I'm some kind of anarchist, but for the most part, government really isn't built to help us out. We're supposed to put the right people into government. But I'm not going to get into politics here, because I'm right in the middle. I'm an egalitarian, and I'm an independent, and I'm kind of a neoliberal, but I'm not really liberal. It's kind of odd where my standpoint is, because I always thought I was moderate conservative, but according to a test, I'm a neoliberal. I'm not super left or super right. I'm right in the middle. But enough about that. I never thought, well, ooh, if Dad knew I was a neoliberal, he'd probably freak out, but he'd probably say, yeah, I knew you were all along. But he was too. I mean, my mother was surprised. I think she was the most conservative, but uh, no, I rephrased that. No, she liked Obama. I liked Obama too. So, yeah. Uh, I didn't vote for him, but I liked him. But anyway, enough said about that. Moving on. What else? This book had an awful lot to say about just the tribulations of being at sea and everything that he witnessed, especially a lot of women going into labor. He even mentions an episiotomy. I thought, as a woman, yeah, if you don't know what an episiotomy means, don't look it up because your eyes, woo. Yeah, just take my word for it. Do not look up episiotomy. I've known what it is forever, but I've taken medical terminology and A&P, and my mom was a nurse, so I know quite a bit. She worked in OBGYN as delivery, so yeah, I'm very familiarized with this. And as a woman, I'm even more familiarized with it, and I know it would be painful as hell, but anywho, he had to do one of those on a woman, and she was all right. She was able to have her child, but I just that really that gives me a lot of pain just thinking about that. I can't. If I'm prayerful that when I do have children, when I come to that point in my life, I hope to God I never have to have an episiotomy, because, that gives a whole new meaning to the word pissed off. That's a pun. But, other than that, other news, I've been working on a lot of other things. I'm working on 2 stories that I'm going to let my friend Gabe look into and hopefully publish. One is more fact than it is fiction, and the other one is a steampunk present day Western. But they all wear Victorian era clothing. They've never transitioned into what is considered modern day dress. So they have a lot of newfangled inventions that they've created in this this story, or in this realm. That's America. It's in Tucson. But anyway, I thought it's turning out really, really good. It's probably one of the best things I've written in a long time, so I feel very strongly about it. I'm working on another Eros. I'm working on a fanfic. It's a fluff fic with my good friend BSA. I've drawn all my character references for the story. I would like to have Gabe to look at the steampunk sci-fi western. Yeah, that's a little odd, isn't it? Steampunk sci-fi western. Today is Pi Day, but it's also a very sad day because my idol has gone to ascend to the cosmos to be with the divine. So when I heard about, I don't know why, I woke up, I slept well. I didn't know why, but it felt strange, and it's every time. Even with people I've never even met, and I feel like Dr. Hawking was a friend, even though I never met the man. I really feel like he's was a kindred spirit. Well, he's still here. He's still in he's going to be immortalized anyway, because his theories are here. So he's not really dead. I know that's kind of an odd way to say it, but I was thinking the consciousness of a human, the brainwaves of a human being last even long after. They don't know how long. This is interesting. But another thing about that is it's just intriguing in and of itself. I believe in the other side. I believe in paradise, and I have no doubt that Stephen is there. I have no doubt and he's singing and dancing and having a blast. He's probably up there talking with Einstein about a few things. I know Einstein's there. There's no doubt in my mind. Yeah, I want to meet him too. Man, I have some questions for Albert and Stephen. But yeah, when I heard about that, I felt like it was really heavy on my heart, and I actually started crying, and it felt like my best friend had just died, and it was terrible, and I was having such a good day. But yeah, the week's been really good, but today was, I don't know what was about today, but yeah, being Pi Day, I usually love Pi Day. This is one of my favorite days of the whole year other than St. Patrick's Day. And, well, Palm Sunday too, but we're coming to Palm Sunday and Monday, Thursday, and yeah, it's a holy, holy month, and April 1st and Easter are on the same day, which I think is rather disconcerting. However, yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. Usually I don't do this on my channel, but I'm one of those people who is awake, so just take note. And don't say I didn't warn you. But something's going on. I've been noticing a lot of different things occurring, and I didn't want to scare anybody off because I've got a lot of magicians that I consider my family. But I think that the people that watch my channel are also awake. So you know not to be afraid. Apocalypse means the lifting of the veil. So this is nothing to be frightened of. Just keep your faith, be strong, and continue shining your light, because things are going to get interesting. That's all I know. I mean, I'm not a prophetess, but all I know, all I feel is that things are going to become very, very interesting very, very soon. And they already have. But that's about all I have to say. The other part was just a general message to everybody watching this channel to be on guard and to be awake and to have discernment. So hopefully take those words to heart and just be diligent and be strong and stay together. No man is an island. And remember, a bundle of sticks is harder to break than one twig alone. Till next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.